Yes, this is very, very broken game. Okay.
I
We basically
literally just turned around and the fucking headset gave the hell up.
God damn it! This will give nice things.
Luckily, it takes a femtosecond to fix, but it's just like, hey, Quest, aren't you a $1 trillion company? Maybe you should stop fucking your waitstaff and figure out what the fuck's going on. Or whatever the hell they do over there. Blizzard's the one who fucks their employees.
No, fucking Mad just fucks everything else.
Yeah.
The hell, it might make their employees jealous, if I'm being honest.
Probably.
Wouldn't be surprised.
We live.
Yeah, just not on screen yet, because I'm trying to fix my fucking eye holes.
Your eye holes are supposed to work?
It's the camera.
Hold on a second, I'm trying to fix my fucking eye holes. That one fucking meme.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on, I'm sorry, I gotta dig into my eyes.
You just like this.
Okay. No.
I'm gonna just sit, fuck still, not move, not break anything. Not touch anything too frantically. Maybe this shit'll work.
You never touch the chairs, they always break you.
Yep. Where am I? Where am I looking? How much stuff is broken in 1 minute?
A lot.
That sounds about right.
Fucking everything. Fucking everything.
I wonder if this thing is crashing with it on purpose. Why is it failing me? It's still broken.
So we're basically just here talking,
Okay.
shooting shit, right?
Yeah, we're just here to drink and chat and get some story stuff out of the way because me and you haven't chatted about it on stream and ever.
Yeah, we need to fix that. We need to fix that.
Besides the last, what's it called? Elden Ring video.
Yeah. Now we can actually focus on this and not be distracted by Elden Ring.
I mean, we were talking about it, and then Bob was just like, "Come on, fuckheads, we gotta finish the game," and then we finished the game.
So I can finally uninstall fucking Elden Ring, right?
Yeah, we're not going back to that for like a hot minute. No
Okay,
intention.
thank God.
Yeah, that game was starting to like eat RAM like nobody's business. Now we can install Helldivers and some other stuff.
What you watching?
Hi. I'm kind of upset that I couldn't like quickly figure out how to do the thing, but I'm just gonna take and believe that no one's actually else is gonna show up today. People might show up in chat and wish a happy birthday or drop subs or whatever, hopefully, and give me some fucking money so I can eat. But other than that, we were gonna have the thing where like we have the call open and people join, and when they join, they do the funny sound alert thing, tell us that they joined, and then it's like, oh, it looks like we have a caller incoming. Let's see who it is, and then not happening. That's going to take way too long to set up. But definitely an idea for later. Definitely an idea for a later stream. That sounds like a funny idea.
What?
What?
Or like sit in a call and then when you join the call, you have to play a sound alert to let me know that
Not
you
bad.
joined the call.
Not bad, Dan.
And we
You were talking a second, we couldn't hear you.
what?
We couldn't hear the fuck you were saying.
Oh,
So you can go.
There we go. I got it
Okay.
fixed.
yeah. Discord's a bit fucky.
Oh, I meant Stardew.
That
I've been
too.
working to get this fucking fixed, and I don't know which one did it, but I just know it's fixed and I don't care.
Oh god.
So now I need a really specific mod to clean the farm.
The champions. That was something I want to discuss. We had a fucking list somewhere and I forgot it. Like shit that, I need to run by you because you're one of the big three that wrote this damn universe. Rob was supposed to be here, but he's got work in the morning.
Gotcha.
It's only the anniversary where all of you guys are forced to be here.
Well, we also like being here.
Yeah. But the anniversary is the big one. That's the team effort. This is my
Okay.
day.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, fuck you. I don't like. You don't pay me to be here. I'm just here.
Yeah.
I'm fucking chained here to fucking fire. What the hell, jackass?
Yeah.
You need to be.
I mean, it's not, I'm entertaining in my own right, but on a day like this, it's better to hang out with, people worth drinking with.
Yeah, fair enough. So, we started?
Yep.
On screen?
Yep.
Oh, ratting.
Been on
You
screen
gonna do
for
your
about
intro?
5 minutes now. Well, that's already over. We're here. We're doing this. Today's a chill, calm day until we're both completely fucking plastered. Which could take minutes or probably minutes. We
Fuck
just
it.
start chugging.
How
We
y'all
just start,
doing?
yeah, we just start fucking chugging rum together, see who drops first.
All right then.
But
So where should we start?
well, there's the champions again. That champions is one thing. I think I haven't talked enough about Brimstone, the character. You fucked yourself by doing that, by the way.
I did.
Calling yourself Brimstone and having a character named Brimstone.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're not wrong there. But
You
then
might
again,
need to rebrand eventually, depending on how large I get. But there's hundreds of other names that work for a protogen. I'm sure you can figure something out.
Any idea how many fucking brimstones there are out there?
That too. Well, on Twitch, there's like 4.
And like the other day, there was a big group or gathering of furries called what's it fucking called? It's a big thing on VR chat. MFF? No.
Isn't a
Plurality.
Oh yeah, isn't a large group of furries called a floof or something? Same way if like an entire flock of bird or crows is called a murder.
Fuck if I know, if I'm being honest with you.
Actually,
I have no
knowing
idea.
the internet, an entire a mass group of furries is called an orgy. That's just what they call it on the internet.
It's a fucking horse.
Doesn't actually surprise me. If anything, that's pretty fucking tame.
Yeah, there's like so much worse shit for other animals. Although I do love the fact that they put it in canon that a nest of crabs is called a rave.
That's fucking hilarious, actually. Yeah.
They got that changed in the dictionary. Well, there goes Bean. I guess her brother finally shut up.
They're gonna go with Taco Bell. That's the third fucking person who's got Taco Bell tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised if I opened the door and saw that Rob ordered Taco Bell while I was asleep.
That would be fucking funny. How many viewers we got right now?
0 as always. But everyone usually checks out the stream afterwards.
Gotcha.
That's the problem with streaming at such like fuck weird hours. is that people usually check on the stuff afterwards, not immediately while it's going on.
Fair point. Yeah. All right, so yeah, let's talk about champions a little bit.
I want to bring up a single. We had other things. I forgot what the fuck we were on about. There's the well, it's the thing we were talking about in Elden Ring with the dwarf and stuff. That's something to talk about, as well as Brimstone and Drago first meeting again. That we never fucking talked about.
We did I think that shit was retconned.
Probably. I know we had several moments of them actually just talking regularly, which is usually some philosophical shit every time.
Which does make sense. They're both old as fuck.
Yeah, which they're both old as fuck, but he's even older. This is literally, I just realized this is the equivalent of an old man shaking his cane at a kid in age range. Drago is 5,000 years old. Brimstone is probably somewhere nearing 2.
Hold up. You cut out again. Okay, so I hear you.
Fuck.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, Discord's a bit weird with that.
You're just fucking mute me in Discord. We're talking here.
What if we did? Actually, no. We stay in the Discord call in case anyone else joins us. I don't know if anyone else is gonna join us. The other option that I've seen keep the thing in, going is if I just keep Discord open. That usually seems to fix it. Not sure why.
But
I'll try that for a bit.
Was like his original story was like he was between like 15 and 2,000 years old,
which still tracks. Although, no, by age range of context, he's as old as Richter, and Richter's barely 500.
No, in his original story before he joined with the Guardians and all that.
That's what I'm saying. So the reimagining and fixing of it to fit in with the new storyline, he would be about 800 years old, maybe, depending on time dilation and a couple of things.
Yeah, that works, yeah.
Like, spiritually, he's about 800 years old, and physically, he's probably no older than, I don't know, 40? 30-ish, yeah.
No, how old fucking dragons, know how old fucking slow dragons age?
Incredibly. Some of them are just straight up immortal.
Mm-hmm.
They don't age at all. And probably he doesn't either. But
Not really. I don't know, actually.
That makes me laugh really hard with that fact that him and Richter are the same age. Well, not the same, but they're like a year or two off of each other. Like, Richter was probably, I don't know, 14, 15. And Brimstone was probably 10 when that mansion burned down.
He was 8 years old, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and Richter was a teenager at the time. So, they're about the same age, with the only thing fucking up being, like, time dilation and stuff.
Time dilation is a bitch, to be honest with you. She's very tricky.
Richter, he didn't die, possibly, but, being taken by the Monarch basically causes your aging. Wholesale. Across the board. As well as probably some other bullshit that he was messing with. While Brimstone got to sit and marinate in the void for fuck knows how long.
Oh yeah, fucking. I still find that very impressive, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's probably one of the bigger feats in the story, is that Drago basically gave him fucking space aids and he just sat there and marinated in it.
Well, actually, Drago didn't give him void. Drago didn't do that.
Well, didn't we have it to where Drago showed up, he attacked the kingdom, he hovered in void because he couldn't take it, so he's just like, fine, fuck you, here's basically a plague. Brimstone took all of it into himself, walked into his throne room, sat down, and died.
Oh yeah, shit.
That's
We
basically
really
what happened.
Get this fucking hammered out then.
That's basically what happened.
Pretty much. Although I'm not sure it was Drago who actually caused the
Well, who else would it
crystal.
be? Who else would attack him that
'Cause-
has void?
See, it wasn't really a voided. I think, or at least it led to being voided, more like.
Yeah.
But the actual plague itself was like a black crystalline like frost, almost.
That could be worse. Because they were already dealing with a plague and then Drago showed up and made it worse.
Yeah,
Because he did want that rematch.
that could be the one that actually put Brimstone on the edge to defeat.
Yeah.
Because he was fighting, and then Drago shows up.
Yeah, like, that's a visual image that I have in my head, and it's the reason that he had to, like, vaporize his old body with that one attack. Because he refused to let the Void have his old body.
That's right, yeah. He saw it was an insult of him and his order.
Yeah. As well as, it's probably not a good idea to let the Void get his hands on an actual demon. Soul doesn't count.
Not to mention that, but fucking Brimstone's old body is stupidly powerful in its own right.
Yeah, seeing as it was able to still go toe-to-toe with him. Even though there was a jackass, piloting it like a mech suit. Which
yeah,
you're
not wrong there.
I still love the visual in my mind of, like, a QuickTime event where him and the other body clash. The fucking evil Brimstone. They clash, and they fight, and he manages to, like, grab the axe, grab his wrist. Shit, I changed... Hold on. That's how that works? I changed my fucking camera angle. How the hell did that work? What the fuck? Move the goddamn camera back. There we go. Day. Someone's requesting to join. It's a 0. Prep. Prepare.
More whiskey.
Yep. But, yeah, he grabs the axe. He grabs the...
Fucking, alright, you preparing. Get my next shot ready.
Get more drunk. He's gonna be out in the woods somewhere, so we have a minute.
I'll take next shot when it gets here.
Yeah. But, yeah. Figure it out when he gets over here.
Yeah. So, anyways, I can see Brimstone just catching the axe like around on the half right below the axe head.
His axe can't hurt him.
Grabbing the fucker's wrist and just
snapping
that
wouldn't.
Just
yeah, he just breaks his wrist. Just rips it fuck clean. Just clean off. Take a seat.
You're on the wrong side.
Well, you can take a seat anywhere. You don't gotta be in frame.
Oh, fuck it off, son. Have more whiskey.
We forgot Fuwa. Are you friends with Fuwa?
What? Oh,
Fuwa
no.
button?
You invite Fua. It's a fucking open session.
I can't. It says I cannot.
Skill issue.
Did you say invite plus
No,
or friends plus?
It is invite plus. I thought it was. I don't know.
So yet they can't invite them.
I don't know. Skill issue. Just fucking figure out how to get around it.
You friend them. That's how you do it.
Move that way. Or sit on the log. Actually, if you sit too far on the log, you're just going to be covered by the... Nah, it's fine. Whatever. Shit happens. Let's go! Yeah. 27th birthday.
Oh, was it not in frame?
No, you were in frame. You were just in my lap.
What the fuck?
Like,
I get it's my birthday, but today's not the day for, like, dick riding.
Excuse me.
I know what I said.
God damn it.
We're here to discuss story stuff and tell stories by the fucking campfire and drink until I die.
I did not want to sit on those. There we go. This will do. This will do.
Good whiskey. Strong whiskey. Apple tastes like I'm dripping fucking wood chips, honestly.
That's usually the best whiskey. See, I'm waiting. There's about like another week until they start selling eggnog. Then my life is over.
You gonna get fuckered up at the damn sure.
Yeah.
Eggnog. Let's go. Yay. Give us a story.
We're working on it. Gotta wait for the other jackass to come over here and take a seat.
Come here,
Ooh.
come here, Penny. You're right here.
I don't want to sit. Fuck you guys.
Sit right here.
Skill issue.
Sammy, just right underneath me.
Do not
What's
copyright
he
me.
doing?
Do not copyright me. They're here by their own aberration.
Copyright them.
I bought the
Copyright
rights. I bought the rights to the series. They're allowed to be here.
him. Yeah.
So I would like to point out that we have multiple beings from different dimensions here. We have a
Oh,
fuck he's from.
Martyr.
I have no idea.
did you do your intro yet? Because
We've been sitting here for 20 motherfucking minutes.
I said no. It's about your intro, the one that you made us do a long time ago.
No,
Your video.
maybe.
Because
Today's
I
a drunk
can
day. I'm not
finally do things now.
I'm not focusing
I
on.
finally do things now. You know, I got arms, so I could actually do the things you want me to do now.
Too late. We're already here. Maybe next anniversary.
We're not talking about now. We're not talking about now. We'll make a new one.
Next anniversary. I could do that though, thinking about it. Like a
I have
look.
arms.
Yeah, like hold up that. Fucking. Let's point out that we have beings from different dimensions here. We have where the fuck you're from. Heaven, hell,
I'm
mixture
basically
thing.
from the fourth dimension.
Hey, very much.
Yeah, the fourth
We have-
you know.
I have no idea what the fuck they're from.
Incomprehensible bullshit. Cyberpunk. Old late night TV.
Incomprehensible bullshit. Is that what you're gonna call us?
No, that's what I am. Incomprehensible bullshit.
Damn.
The guy. The dude.
I'm a fucking pro. I'm a fucking pro, Gene. So
You're not even a full protogen anymore. You're literally just like a fox dude with a robotic face.
oh no, I'm still technically full pro. Gene. I'm a new series, so
Yeah, it's just the head.
Yeah.
Unless the suit's like covering like a
Yeah.
midsection, like robotic parts or whatever.
they're all internalized.
Yeah, there you go. Skin's made out of
Cybernetic
rubber,
robots.
bones made of metal.
Look at
You know.
Or
Oh, I think that's-
Android. You could go full Android.
I mean, religions are already set boys, Android type things, anyways.
I'm
We're a
still
mixture of
very
both
pissed
organic-
off. Huge rant right now about bullshit that completely like fell through. You remember Rex,
Which one?
the character you made, Rex, that fought the guy from the Poimades that I made?
Oh yeah. I still have him.
Yeah, we got to throw him in somewhere. I might add
This
in.
character?
I might add in the canon somewhere in like, you know, Swain's world where it's all like robotics and shit, where like most of the cybernetic people came from.
Yeah.
So you guys know
The people-
Cyberpunk?
The media will never understand what we're talking about if you're going to talk about.
That's the
primates.
point.
They're never going to understand that.
That's the point. You're just trying to figure it out and piece it together over the years. So like
Yeah.
my entire streaming career is trying to figure out the ramblings of a paranoid schizophrenic.
Exactly.
That's most of my lore videos.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to him, we're all inside his mind. We're not actually here.
Yeah. It's I'm just sitting in I'm just sitting in a rubber room, just, you know. Yeah. Where the fuck am I? The rats, they make me crazy. In Cyberpunk 2077, there is a canon fact with edge runners that there is a dissect of people that run a gang which modify themselves so heavily that they look like anime lollies.
Excuse
That
me?
is canon.
Where's my gun? Where's my fucking gun?
She's in Edge Runners. You meet Rebecca. She literally modified herself to look younger. She didn't look
Wait.
like that originally.
Yep, I know.
Rebecca. No, there's no fucking way, Rebecca.
She's
How do you think
28.
she's so small?
She is 5'2". Her skin is entirely fake.
Amazing.
I mean-
didn't expect that.
She did that shit on purpose to herself.
Yep.
The team that made the anime literally called her a lolly.
Enjoy that fact.
Don't touch each other.
I will gut you, I swear to God.
As you could. Go ahead. Try me.
This is a day of celebration. Shut the fuck up.
But with celebration also comes with bickering. Come on, you know this.
Sure.
You can also explain that.
But
My God.
in logic here, fucking with that bullshit where there's in Cyberpunk there is people who will modify themselves with cybernetics to become shit that you shouldn't probably be, or that's just like outside of norm. That's a usual.
Fair.
So you cannot tell me that if we had full-blown cybernetics to the point of that bullshit, people wouldn't immediately become like robot animals.
I mean, you're technically not wrong, if I'm being honest.
That
How come
means
robot animals do not exist in that cyberpunk shit yet. It's
that is
possible.
crazy. That's not like a thing because
It's a good
that
question,
feels like
actually.
that feels like it should be. Like there's people that have tails
I
and stuff.
walked across that fucking earth multiple times. I've seen nothing. Why?
Yeah, that is
I mean,
weird.
The amount of
You just
fucking
start that.
they have the technology for advanced cybernetics. Tell me they don't
We
have
have
the
that
same
shit
fucking technology for gene
now.
therapy.
We have that shit now. You can have a fucking robotic tail for $10,000.
Yep.
They have developed that.
Still very true. But first of all, you need Neuralink first. Then you
Yeah.
have
Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit and surgery, but we have it. That means that in cyberpunk mentality, you could do it. Which means, in a totally fucked up way, Rex at one point was human.
Yeah, technically.
Which
yeah.
is crazy as
It's
fuck.
just VR chat at that point.
A little bit.
Cyberpunk just becomes VR chat in the future.
Yeah,
You don't
probably,
want
but we all know that humans are weird. Given the chance, they will fuck themselves up.
They ought to.
I mean, in that fucking case, Rex is just a more advanced version of fucking Adam Smasher, if I'm being honest.
Basically, yeah. Although I still love the... We worked so hard on that fight scene. That was so good, but we work hard on
Yeah.
everything we do.
True, but actually, if we still have, by the way, we still have it.
Yeah, true. We do still have it.
Wait, when do you guys do that?
Forever ago.
Back appointments?
Yeah.
How come I forgot? Oh, I forget about everything.
Yeah.
God.
Also, no one was really interested anyways.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But we can keep it for other things, because it was very interesting situations. Like the idea that there is this killer so well defined at what he does because he's so animalistic and unknown to the like slums of the planet that the only thing that was able to beat him was a fucking alien.
And technically,
And
they
that
didn't beat
wasn't
him.
even
It was
beating.
a tie.
It was a tie. Yeah.
It was a fucking tie.
It was a tie with damage on both sides.
Not only that, Alien had fucking particle-based and energy-based weapons and armor and all that.
Yeah,
This fucking guy beat him.
with ballistics.
Ballistics.
Yeah, he held his own with
Earth-strength
just ballistics. He literally dodged light travel, basically. Which is still the funniest fucking concept to me of a faster than light punch. That's scary shit.
Yeah.
Having the ability on your own person to faster than light travel a short distance, and yet the other guy still dodges it.
Yeah, that was. I did not realize how impressive that was.
I mean, that is a cool concept that you came up with, which is he understands thing at the femtosecond.
Yeah.
Because of how many processors he has.
Not only that, but he predicted like some. Okay, that technology I don't see. What the fuck is that? Guessing. Fucking move!
It's like, I don't know what it is, but he's moving, and that means I need to move too.
That's basically what happened in Layman Excerpts.
That took a lot of my brain power to like figure out, because we were basically playing chess. That's how most of our fight scenes go. Is like 3D chess.
Did you lose?
No,
Yeah, you're right,
it was a
actually.
tie. But it's like, we just had to keep throwing shit at each other until I got to a point where it's like, I need to put you in a situation where you physically cannot win to get a hit off. You have to take damage to get out of this. That's the only way we get anywhere. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
You attacked, he parried, he attacked, you had to accept it.
Although I will admit I was kind of clever there though. I would put it a way where I took damage, but not catastrophic damage.
Yeah, the loss of a tail is nothing in comparison to a direct blow, which you hit.
Or like when
you hit him with like 4 of them.
Or like with what's it called? Like moments where you should have had me by like spun, but I took the hit on the armor, not my actual criticals.
Yeah. Which means we do have to rewrite that scene a little bit onto what that alien creature was.
Technically, yeah, we should do that. Although to be fair, I'm kind of pissed. We lost that one fight between the John and what's his face?
The Amalgamate?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called, but I understand what you're on about. Yeah, that was a very funny scene. Well, we kind of recreated it in other parts, but the visual of like John grabbing this fucker, putting him under his arm, and RKOing him through several stories of a building. We recreated that exact scene with Marcus when he was fighting Edward. If you remember Edward.
I think I do, yeah.
Edward's the technomancer. He's got a Carillion in his head.
No, not a time that when
he doesn't have a Carillion in his head. The Carillion gave Edward his memories and his powers. And Edward kind of went fucking mad with it.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you have an alien give you all his memories and knowledge.
I'm still pissed. I had to go back and look over that scene, and it made me realize how fucking bullshit that guy is. How bullshit powerful. Like, there's so many characters in this goddamn story who show up, and they are just, like, instant S-tier guardians. He's literally S-tier. He was able to, with all of his different personas and shit, 1-to-1 match the strongest man, a fucking a vampire S, a vampire Lord S, and the son of death. It took all 3 of them working together, going 110% to fucking unconscious his ass. They died. Oh well.
If y'all can't tell, this universe is fucking broken.
Yes. It's probably not the most broken, though. There's probably a couple universes that are even more poorly written, that are even more broken.
Fair. There's just one scene that I fucking loved. We did with that one fight between the corrupted John or the corrupted universe version of John with the Horseman. He became a Horseman.
Yeah, the failed universe.
Yeah, where he was trying to take the Amalgamite. They were on the top floor. Fucking John grabbed him by his collarbone and dug his hand into his flesh, just holding him there. Remember that?
Oh yeah, fucking. I barely remember, but yeah, I can see it to where it's like, this idiot literally will not sit still. I do not have a choice in the matter. I'm going to grab your ribcage.
But then he cut John's
No,
hand
it was the other way around. It was the other way around. He grabbed John's collarbone. I think.
No, because John grabbed his collarbone, then he cut John's hand off. And they fell through the floors.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Because remember John just like stopped to look at his hand? You motherfucker! Then he fell through the floors.
Yeah, because they were standing on glass.
Oh no, before that.
Oh.
Like when they first did it. That was later on.
No, okay. I don't fully because again the scene is all like kerfuffled as fuck. But it was like I remember a very distinct moment where they went from one building to another building.
Yeah, that
like
was the later one.
He tackled the fucker through a window over like a fucking jump onto another building. And they're fighting. And then the glass breaks and they start falling. And in the middle of falling, John grabs him and RKOs him into the ground, making them fall several stories more.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. Oh, I remember now. He was going up the elevator, and John ran through a wall to start shooting at him with the 50 cal.
Yeah.
He pulled like the Kool-Aid man, oh yeah, as he busted through the fucking wall. Which was funny.
In a more canon-istic scene of like, taking that mentality and putting it in a different scenario, is Marcus versus Edward.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I still want to fully visualize that scene at some point, but it's like, when they're fighting, if you fully remember, Edward has 3 forms. He has Alpha, Beta, and Omega.
Right,
Alpha is his main form, Beta is the intelligence, Omega is the strength. So he switches between them depending on who he was fighting at the time. Which, I forgot how I explained it, but I explained it to Bean, where Alpha is like magically inclined enough to overwhelm Zeke, the son of death. You gotta be on some fuck shit to be able to magically, stall or push back the son of death. Beta is so intelligent and quick-witted that he is able to outspeed a fucking pure-blooded vampire. And Omega is so strong, he was able to not just catch Marcus's punch, but suplex him.
For context, all who don't know, Marcus is a character of mine.
He is the strongest human.
Yeah.
He is peak.
The man
human.
can literally fucking throw a punch with about 4 tons of force.
It's 4?
That's early on the story. Yeah.
Wait, he gets stronger, right? He does get stronger? Because I remember having a scene where he punches Zach in the chest, and we label it as 10 tons of force.
Yeah, he gets stronger later on.
Because they replace his bones and shit. Or they, Swain has the technology to fucking improve his body.
Yes, he has to, because when he first got to the Center Realm, he was still very, very fucking respectable when it comes to draw strength and durability.
Yeah, he was still like a good, solid A tier, maybe B tier.
But then as he got to Swain, like, okay, you have potential. Let me see what I can do with you.
I still want to. We need to fully recontextualize the scenes of stuff because I remember making Frank kind of an asshole. Franklin Thomas is one of the commanders, by the way. Anyone who's keeping track, he's known as the ultimate demon hunter, the ultimate monster hunter. But Marcus worked for Frank first because they thought he was a good killer. He thought he was a good, go do shit kind of guy. And
Which he technically is.
Yeah, he is.
But one small problem. Marcus has zero. He has zero resistance, basically negative resistance.
Yeah, negative
magic.
Not just magic, but anything beyond regular human capability.
If it's not just straight physical force,
it will hurt him even more if it's direct soul damage or whatever. And he ended up in a situation, unbeknownst to Frank, where Flower and Seven was there. Which, there's a short of that on YouTube for those that can go and see it. Flower is the son of the Monarch, the most evil not really evil, but, the main antagonist of the universe. And Seven is her guardian, who is probably one of the scariest fucking things you could come across in the universe.
And Marcus was in Warzone. He thought, okay, small child, like, okay, I need to get her safety. Basically instincts for him.
Yeah. Not even fully gauging what the fuck is wrong with her because she definitely wasn't human. This PTSD took over. We're in a war zone. There's bombs going off. Shit's exploding. There's a child.
Mm-hmm.
Tries to cradle her. Immediately, she bursts out screaming of why the fuck is this giant man trying to touch me? The next thing he knows, I try to visualize this in my own head of the first person camera, a POV of in a COD thing. You know the scene in COD where Soap fucking God, what's that scene? It's in the third one, I think, where Christ tells you go through that door to the basement, go get the thing. And it puts up a thing of for the gamer to go fuck with it, a marker, Yeah. So your gamer brain is well, I gotta follow it. It's the directions of the game. And you go in there and you turn around and Price punches you in the face. Down the stairs. Which has to suck. Getting haymaker is one thing. Falling down a flight of stairs after being haymaker has to... No, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's fucking ER territory immediately.
Speaking of haymakers.
Yeah. So in the visual of the POV, there goes one. Of the POV of Marcus, he's looking at the girl. She screams and yells. It's Seven, help me! And he's like, Seven? And then he feels something in the fucking air. Turns and immediately there's a fist right here in his face. And the next thing you see through his eyes is the interior of a building.
I gotta say, though, Marcus took the hit like a fucking champ. He still got back up after that.
Yeah, because that was luckily physical damage. Seven didn't hit him with any magic. He just hit him. The problem is he hit him from a blink.
Ooh.
Which is the scariest fucking attack you can do, because that's like getting hit by a fucking rocket.
If I remember correctly, basically Marcus went through through 3 different fucking buildings.
Yeah, he went through several office buildings. Yeah,
he snapped his jaw back into place and gets back up. What the fuck was that?
He's just laying there in the rubble what the fuck was that? What? I haven't been hit that hard since I had fucking Legion in me. What the fuck?
Time for more whiskey.
Alright, well there goes the fucking nuclear waste. Time for the cider. I do really like that scene we had afterwards, though, where John took Marcus to actually go and talk to Seven. That's a beautiful scene.
It is.
That's one of my favorite parts about writing all of this stuff, is that we can have moments like that.
Yeah, moments where there's no actual combat, it's just talking.
The characters have the willingness and mentality to talk to each other, even though that Marcus basically had his fucking fade ran so hard that he was basically seeing new colors for several days. And yet he was still able to talk to the guy who beat his ass.
So actually, now I think about it, Marcus is one of the few characters who has not died whatsoever. He has not single respawned.
Yeah,
He
we
came to
made
the Central
damn
Realm.
sure of that. He's gotten really fucking close, but he has never died. Well, besides the first time, how he got to the Guardians.
He technically didn't even fucking die, honestly.
Yeah.
Legion basically took his body over, and his soldiers passed on.
Yep. Which is a weird fucking thought to think of. I remember you explaining to me that you're going to write Marcus's story as a book and throw in things in there to emphasize that it's set in my universe, but never, confirm it.
Yeah.
We talked about that a while ago. So that means there's a moment in the story where if you read both stories, you'll see the interlock where Marcus is there in the Central Realm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And Legion is still fighting the fucking Primarch.
Actually, no. They killed the Primarch. Legion left because the Archive is not God damn it! 1 second. I'm lagging. Okay, there
Figure it out.
If you remember, tech like Legion isn't allowed in Central Realm due to the Archiver and
Yeah. He let it stay because
So-
it was being weakened because it was in a human.
But
But then when
human
it
body
stopped
became fully-
doing that, he had to get rid of it.
Hmm.
But they still killed the Primarch.
Yeah, they killed it.
Okay. That's something we need to confirm. We have a Primarch. There's a big-ass difference between Primarchs and primordial creatures. A Primarch, I fucked that up because I'm drunk, but it's like, a Primarch is the absolute dead center of the Warmongers. The fucker that Zack, Sigma, and Soul fought? That's a Primarch.
Hmm.
A Primordial is something that has been around since the dawn of time.
It's Primordial then.
He killed a Primordial.
Yes.
The Primordial of mana.
I would also like to point out that this certain Primordial couldn't be fucking touched.
Yeah.
It's the way its body was on. It's the frequency its body was on. It would phase through everything.
And
Energy
Legion
weapons and all
found that frequency.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then proceeded to beat the everything fuck out of it.
I love that fact because that also means the the Monarch found that frequency as well. Or cheated.
Probably cheated, honestly.
Good shot he cheated. He cheats a lot. But that must be scary as hell in both situations. For the... Welcome back. The Primordial is like fighting the Monarch in a juvenile state. And then suddenly the Monarch concentrates a bunch of cosmic energy in his hand and punches him in the face and it hits.
Talk about the 40k lore.
No, we're talking about our lore. I don't talk about 40k. That's plagiarism.
We might look at a different name
40K,
because
40K.
Well, no, the fucking Primordial and Primarch weren't coined by Warhammer. They took it from fucking
Oh.
Nordish folklore.
fair point.
A Primarch is basically just the leader of a very strong clan.
Also, I would like to point out the only reason they actually won that fight was because that Primarch was still fucking weakened.
Well, yeah. He's been buried and then he finally woke up again. God
Well,
damn it.
The Emperor. Look
What?
I done. Look what I done. We start talking about
I mean,
I'm gonna stop talking.
let's be honest here. The Warmongers are basically better written Space Marines. You're welcome. That's arguable. I haven't read most of the books, but it's like there's a big fuck off difference between the idiots who made Warhammer 40k and the books of Warhammer 40k.
Yeah.
The guys who made the game are 3 guys in a shed. The guys who wrote the book are like H.P. Lovecraft.
Well, to be fair though, Space Marine 2 with Space Marine games are good.
Yeah,
I
the
will say
games
that.
are good because they're made by people that know what the fuck they're doing. Unlike
Yeah.
BioWare.
Yeah.
And I bet you that if they come up with a fucking Space Marine 3, it's also going to be good. Although I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Space Marine 2 yet.
I just hope that Fat Shark makes another game eventually.
It's not long. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What platform do you play on?
I'm waiting for it to be on sale under $30.
All right, cool. Make it sure because it doesn't really matter which console or
Then again,
you play on.
I have a big ass problem. I'm not a big fan of the Space Marines.
Really?
Why not?
You know
Hey,
me.
Fuck off, dude.
After all these years, be honest with yourself. Do I seem like someone who likes the Space Marines?
Oh, not really. No.
Yeah. I like the Tau.
They completely counteract his entire style. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that they.
I like
fit
tech
his,
and stealthy
mood.
shit.
At least his
That's
mood, at
why
least.
I play a Psyker in the Dark Tide.
So he's more class and style and stealth than ground pounding.
I'm talking about his
big
personality.
armor.
His personality is more like a Warhammer guy.
Well, yeah, I like the Warhammer series as a concept. I'm a very grimdark person. We've written our universe as a fucking grimdark. It just so happens that it's not always grimdark. It's just when you pull the camera out and look at the whole thing in a fucking bubble, it's grimdark. There's no win condition.
Ow.
The fuck was that noise?
My
Was that your
knuckles.
neck?
My knuckles.
Oh.
So he just crushed. God damn.
No, my hands get like that sometimes.
But damn, that felt good though.
Oh yeah. Popping bones feels great.
Oh shit, we're getting off track.
Well, yeah, that happens. Don't worry. It's fine. We're gonna be here a while until the fucking headsets die. I have
Well,
nothing to
Michael
do
won't die.
tomorrow.
Won't die.
I'm perfectly
I'm plugged
happy
in.
to sit here and finish my bottle of cider and then pass out on the floor.
I
I'm
will.
straight up plugged in. There's nothing in the entire world that's gonna kill me.
I hope so. I would like it if you outlived me.
Yeah. But
We'll see how long my controllers last. That's all I can say.
If it dies again, I have a background GIF just in case. If that happens, you will need to change your Fugi.
God damn it. I'm gonna be too drunk to do that. You know that, right?
We'll figure it out.
Actually, I don't think I've actually explained much about Legion to them, have I?
Well, Legion is something that's like a once-off backstory thing, which means we can TLDR it. Because it
Good point,
doesn't
yeah,
show
yeah.
up a second time. What you need to explain is the Malluminari, which shows up way too fucking much because they're a fucking precursor race.
So, how do I say
Sue
this?
me for having a precursor race.
Yeah, please. go
Actually,
ahead,
sue him. He came up with the precursor race.
So the Malluminari, they are a race that was... How would I say this?
They were the first try at the thing that made the universe making life.
Yes, and they were made too close to the creator.
Second. They were the second
Wow.
thing. I want to take that into notion here. Fuck, I got to start from the beginning here. So my universe, this is going to be really convoluted as fuck. Just shut up and let me follow it and see if this works. My universe works in tiers. Take this with any type of media. Me as a person, what you're looking at, Martyr here, is a fifth dimensional being. You as the viewer is a sixth dimensional being. The thing that made my story universe is a fourth dimensional, and the universe in question is third dimensional. The fourth dimensional being made a species in his third dimensional universe that sucked. And when the universe ended because he made everything kind of weak, he then went back and decided, okay, what if I take all the values and put them over the fuck here? And that made the Maluminari.
And Maluminari, he actually made them too close to himself, in a manner of speaking.
He made them too powerful.
Well, they weren't physically powerful. They're not warriors, I will say that much.
That said, I
But
still want to fully believe that a Maluminari versus a human is the Maluminari.
Oh, without doubt,
Just
yeah.
in size.
Just in size.
It's the equivalent of like putting a basic fuck human against a grunt from Halo.
And Maluminari, while what they lack for in actual physical strength or physical danger is their intelligence, which they're the smartest out there. Only seconded by the squid fuckers. What are they called?
Cerillians.
Krillian Spire.
Yeah.
Krillin?
Krillians, they're the third transport, weren't they?
Yes.
Not Krillin, no. But the Maluminari.
The Cerillians were there when the Maluminari left.
The Maluminari are so smart. They fucking figured out that they were being watched by fourth dimensional beings. And said, you know what? Fuck this shit. We're going to fucking leave. They did. They left the third dimension and went to the fourth dimension. Now they just fucking go about traveling. I have no idea where the fuck they went.
Probably a different unit. They just went fucking universe hopping.
They actually built a tunnel, a teleporter or tunnel into white space itself, where the creator of this, called the orb, resides.
That sounds so like possible of a concept. Not even with like any science. No bullshit needed. Just saying it. They built a tunneler that burrows through white space.
The Maluminari had built...
Like, move over like half an inch. Still stay near the wood, but like move over half an inch, because I just realized the stupid, like, decorations I have set up is covering your face.
Like this?
The edge of that log. Where they're sitting. Yeah, there you go. Maybe not that close. You sit where they're sitting, they sit in the middle. There you go, right there. And then you sit, like, right here. Like, on the wood. You sit on the wood. There's a seat right here in the wood. Sit on the wood. I know you like
yes,
wood.
You. Yes, you sit on log. That tickled. What's it, Glass? You realize that, right?
I know.
Glasses
Anyways.
hurts a bit. But,
The Maluminari had built many different projects and experiments. We can
physically say that many of the fuck shit that happens throughout the universe is their problem. It's their fault.
From experiments they left behind.
A lot of the bullshit that just happens is because of them.
For one example, they built a supercomputer into a moon. So the computer kept rebuilding itself until it hollowed out the entire moon.
Wait. I think you like slurred your word when saying supercomputer.
Supercomputer.
Yeah, they turned a fucking moon into a supercomputer. The concept
Right.
of a god AI, they made 2 of them.
These fuckers were
Sounds like
crazy.
they caught him near.
Minimum! They made a minimum of 2 of them. We don't know if there's any others.
So another example of some of the things they did was what they actually made up for their own lack of combat ability. They made certain androids that do something like manual lifting shit like that for them. There is actually a moment in Marcus's story where his arm gets cut off and he's replaced with a cybernetic. Said cybernetic, he actually has the blades on teeth. Sorry, I'm getting a little drunk.
Vorpa
Said cybernetic
blades.
can turn into a fucking chainsaw.
Oh, that too.
And
I thought it
the
was a
blades,
Vorpa blade.
Well, it is. It is.
Well,
Teeth,
basically, yeah.
Vibrate on a molecular level. They can
How-
cut through generally anything.
It's science fiction, and we could basically say, fuck you, we could do whatever we want. But scientifically, does that make sense? Like, a thing comes out of his arm, and it's a rotating blade. But the blade is also shifting left and right really quickly on a molecular level.
The teeth are.
No.
Not the actual. Not the teeth are. Not the actual
Yeah.
chainsaw itself.
Oh.
So you could say the chain is basically tied to the base of it, so it's shaking just not shaking just enough, so it's only teeth are. I don't know. I'm drunk, or I'm buzzed at least.
Here's the idea that comes into my mind, is that he has a thing on his arm that is a rotating sequence of razor wire, basically. And he can turn on and off the Vorpo blade setting, depending on if he is cutting through flesh, wood, or metal.
I got the idea from a fucking video game, honestly. There's a
True.
character, I think it's called Anarchy.
It's
I think
Mad
it's called,
World.
something like
Mad
that.
World?
Maybe. It might be Mad World. Like, I don't know.
Mad
the guy
World and
basically has
Anarchy,
a
they're the
fucking-
same world. I remember them.
Basically, this guy has a fucking chainsaw arm. It will transfer into an entire fucking chainsaw. Everything.
It's such a fucking good Wii game, dude.
It was a worse than Wii game, but yeah.
Yeah, it was on the Wii.
Was it?
Yes.
There's no way.
It came out on the Wii. And then they poured
I
it
don't
to
think
other
it's
shit.
We're talking about different things, then, I'm afraid.
Mad World. Mad World
What's
came out on the
fucking
Wii.
Mad World? The game I'm talking about wasn't fucking Mad World. It was like
Anarchy
or
is
some
the
bullshit.
sequel to Mad World.
Okay, then maybe. I don't know.
They
then.
put that on a different console.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yes,
But
Mad World.
I know
Or
Mad
Anarchy.
World was on the Wii because it had motion controls.
Oh, okay. But anyways. Right,
Yeah.
we're getting off topic. This machine came across Marcus when he came to one of the chambers. One of their secret research places. I don't know. But when you try to use the fucking saw that can damn near cut through anything onto this fucking thing, this machine or android caught the blade and crushed it. It didn't give a damn.
Yeah.
Because it turns out they figure, I'm not sure that actually makes physical sense or scientific sense or what the fuck ever. I don't care.
Well, a Vorpo blade works on a signal, a frequency. If you match the frequency or have a stronger frequency, it can't cut. That's how
Do you know how,
that's how Metal Gear Revengeance works.
good chips? Okay, good. But so actually, how this thing's fucking turns out, there's a very common thing with how the Illuminati make their materials. You know how if you look at like steel or something like that on a molecular level, you can see the different atoms, right?
Yes.
They figure out how to make the molecules themselves into a solid fucking object.
Yep.
There's no gaps.
Yep.
So that saw or blade on the vibra blade would do fuck all to it.
Yep. You couldn't get through it, even if you wanted to. You have to physically move the atoms, and the Vorpa blade couldn't do it.
Like so, I think they actually made it into a solid object on the fucking atomic level, not just molecular level.
Yep.
That's how
They
crazy these
basically
fuckers
made
are.
a whole new element.
You have some.
Thank you. Nom, 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 nom.
Awesome. Pure cheese, dude. It's Cheez-Its. Really good.
All right.
Anyways.
All right, I feel better.
What do they know about the warmongers?
Oh yeah, the war. So that's probably the biggest thing that the Maluminari made
No!
and abandoned.
Although, yeah. Well, they got technically abandoned. So the biggest thing with
I mean,
Maluminari,
technically they were abandoned. They just fucking survived
yeah,
when they shouldn't
Maluminari
have.
made their own race to make up for their ability, their lack.
They were trying to make an organic war machine,
They did.
a
fucking did.
bioweapon beyond bioweapons.
They made a race that is so fucking crazy. I call them warmongers. I didn't have a better name at the time. It just fucking
I mean,
fits.
it works. I mean, a lot of the bullshit in our story is named in the sort of way of like no one gave a shit. The Void, the Monarch, the Warmongers.
Fair point. Yeah. So originally, the warmongers were
I still love the fact of what we figured out to like make that make sense, which is the orb is very uncreative.
Yeah.
He's very uncreative.
So the warmongers themselves, they're a bipedal organic race. That were originally dog-like. Think of a very large, 10 to 12 feet tall.
They took my head canon here.
Fucking pit bulls.
My head canon here is that they took humans, they genetically spliced the living hell out of them, and then put them in a 10,000 year war simulation to evolve.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or like a million-year thing to evolve.
Basically, how these things evolved was every time they would defeat an enemy, they would have to get a new one. These things are so adaptable, it's insane. At point they were basically fighting themselves. There was something else the Maluminari could throw at them that was a threat to them besides them sucking selves.
Which we then later prove is false. It's just at the time that was the best we had. Or the best they could,
Well, true, but the ones from modern time are much different than the original ones.
Oh yeah, right. When we finally had the thing where the fucking what did we call it?
Yes.
We literally discussed it like half an hour ago of Zack, Sigma, and Sol were attacking one.
Primarch, yeah.
Primarch, which is the original species of the Warmongers. It took 3 champions at the absolute 110% to just wound him.
And not only that, this was an old man.
Although he was powered by a fucking shard of reality.
True, it was a shard of reality. But basically, what had happened was a emissary. They're called the emissaries, right?
Yeah, one showed up.
Basically, no, before that. It was one of the smaller ones. Before
a regular emissary. I need to emphasize this because I don't think I've said this at any other stream. There is emissaries of the Void. Then there's the emissary, who is the creator of the emissaries.
7 is a smaller emissary, although he is basically the most combat-like.
Yeah, one, who does not have a name anymore because he's so fucking old, is known as the emissary. He has the ability to split himself off into different versions by taking a part of his own personality and turning it into another person. He can do this 14 times. 7 is his fatherly protection.
He's the strongest of the emissaries besides one himself.
Yeah. And there was another one that's also very strong, but I don't think we ever emphasized him.
Anyways, there was a much one of the weaker emissaries actually found the chamber that this Primarch was being held in. He was basically cryostasis. The
Motherfucker
stasis
was
being
basically
powered
buried in
by
the core of a dead planet.
his power. The facility was being powered by a shard of reality, right?
Yep. That's how he found him.
And when he actually entered the premises,
When he
Old Timer
removed
woke
the
up.
crystal, the chamber opened.
Hmm?
And the Primarch took the crystal back.
So emissary, even though even a weaker emissary is still very much of danger, very much of a threat to damn near anything.
Yeah, I forgot how Rob explained it, but it's like, people don't just kill emissaries. You gotta be on some serious fuck shit to be able to actually kill one.
And when when the Ultimate woke up, the emissary felt fear. It's just like the presence, like, I'm not alone here. What
Get to
is
have
that?
fun. Good seeing you.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
Oh, before I go though.
I can't do a proper salute. Goodbye.
It's not working. It's not working.
We're going to do a salute as you exited. Time for more whiskey.
The bit. There they go. All right.
Give me 1 second.
Now let's TLDR the situation a little bit, because the entire fight and situation is fucking baller. Probably one of the cooler fight scenes we've written over the years. TLDR of situation.
Wait, hold on. As we point out, that the fucking emissary felt fear. That's about
Yeah.
it.
An emissary felt fear. An emissary is nothing more than a chunk of soul given mild sentience.
And the presence alone of this fucker waking up was alone. It's like, I'm in danger. This is new.
Yeah, he managed to make an emissary feel fear, as well as several champions. Soul was deeply upset dealing with this fucker, even though he has no ability to die. At some point I will fully explain these three characters, but Sigma has the ability of illusions. He can force those illusions into manifest reality. Zack is a conjurer of sorts, a mage. This motherfucker can go to 300% power, which most champions can't do. Soul is an exiled demon who has the ability to go up the food chain by just absorbing power. He absorbed the power of the Primarch and became a custodian, which is the right-hand man of a fucking sin.
And still get bitch slapped.
Yeah, and the three of them still were fighting for their lives here.
So after he got wounded enough, he was actually in so at first he was in full armor. No matter what they threw at him, they could barely scratch his fucking armor. Until he got fucking tired of this shit and tore it off by himself. He actually tore the shit off.
Yeah, because it was slowing him down, or so he believed.
And then he actually stabbed him. He actually stabbed the reality shard into his chest, which caused all three of them to actually need to go to the physical limit themselves, almost destroying themselves in the process.
Yeah, luckily, when they were at that breaking point of, like, literally killing themselves doing it, the emissary showed up and tricked him by just ripping it out of his chest. You know, as the emissary does, he does not play fair. He simply just showed up, spawned in, stared the guy in the eyes, holding the thing in his hand when he spawned in, and just...
And that still wasn't enough to kill him.
Just cripple him.
He was healing, so the actual true thing of the warmongers, they all have nanites that will heal them. Unless you completely destroy them entirely, they will come back.
Yep.
It took the archiver himself stepping in, saying, "Okay, your time is done. You shouldn't even be here right now.
Luckily, I
Time
did
to go."
explain the archiver in a previous stream to Lumi of that scene where the archiver met or went to go see Brimstone,
Mhm.
and Brimstone punched him so hard that he moved his glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is still one of my favorite scenes for Brimstone, is the fact that he was able to actively give the archiver, the thing that controls the universe, the ambassador of the thing that made the universe, a slight panic attack. So the archiver shows up, looks at this guy healing in this state, and goes, "No, your time has passed. Your era is gone. Your soul energy must return to the universe." Puts his hand up, and then just screaming.
I don't think he's true. I think the Warmonger just looked at him, like glared at him, then fucking just closed his eyes and passed on.
It's like,
Fuck you. Well,
fuck. All right, fine.
Just like one last fuck you.
It's like, you know what? You're not giving me a choice anyway, so yeah, fuck it. I need to sleep.
So, for context, this is just an old frail man.
In the terms of the Warmongers.
And then proceeds to beat the ever living fuck out of 3 champions, going
Mid-tier
far down the
champion.
limit. Mid-tier champions, true.
That means that in context of reason, if Drago, Hive, and I don't know who else is at the top, Richter, I guess, all decided to, replace them, they probably could have stepped to his ass. But it still would have been a fucking uphill battle.
Oh yeah, he was still getting the run for the money.
Yeah. Besides
there's a
Hive,
reason
I feel
why
like Hive is one of the
purposely-
only fucking things we've ever made that is as dangerous as a Primarch.
True. There's a reason I purposely made them weaker over time.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make any sense otherwise.
Because you go from being completely always being finely tuned to being thrown out of it's basically like a fucking car been let to go.
Mhm.
Great car, just it wore down over time.
Yeah, the rain
Or
will make it rust.
thousands of years.
A stone left in a stream will eventually fade away, I mean, there is those two scenes of like, the Warmongers were so dangerous as a species that War himself, the Horseman of War, had to show up and fucking genocide them.
And that generation was still giving him fucking pain too.
Yeah, it still took him weeks to kill all of them. This is war. The embodiment of war and conflict took weeks to get rid of one planet of these fucking things.
And it actually didn't kill all of them either.
Yeah, that most of them, they still went into fucking cryostasis and they showed up later on.
Oh, actually, should I explain Reaper to them as well?
Oh yeah, Reaper, the Grim tanks. Yeah.
Okay, so where should I explain this? So,
I feel like we can make a contrast to a different... Basically, they are a one-man city dropped on a planet that is able to eradicate the life of a planet.
His technical classification is the Reaper class is a planetary annihilation heavy assault tank.
Yeah.
So, if you want to completely burn everything, you don't want to actually even land there. If you want to completely sterilize a planet, kind of like Glass from Halo, like glassing it, you drop Reaper there. No matter what you throw at him, he will keep coming.
Mm-hmm. It's like trying to fight an entire city at one time.
It's actually kind of funny, because the Warmongers, they knew about the Monarch and how much of a threat he was.
And that's when they made Reaper. They took all the technology they had and turned it into a Grim tank.
Let me rephrase that. A younger version of the Monarch.
A juvenile version of him, yes.
and he was purposely built to be able to take on Monarch on and kill him. Which,
And even
at
then,
the time,
thinking about it, they were still working with vague data because they were looking at it through basically an equivalent of fuck is that telescope called?
the James Webb.
That one or the other one that everyone knows about, the big ass one that makes us like see into the future type of thing.
Yeah.
They were looking at it through like the lens of something from forever ago. So they were only working with very vague data on like how powerful he was.
And at the time, said Universal Monarch, he could have taken him on and given him a damn good fight. But current day Monarch, not so much.
Yeah, I think we had that moment. I don't know if it was a what if or whatever, but it was like they actually did fight each other, and the Monarch can basically like put his hand up, one finger, and stop his entire volley.
And for context, I'm not sure how much I know about ballistics. The shells he uses. I'm not going to go into the entire map because I'm fucking
I think
drunk
the
right now.
best way to explain it is how many aircraft carriers worth of like fucking ballistics he has.
Oh, that's his main guns. That's what I'm talking about right now. His main guns use a nuclear detonation as propellant.
Yep.
I forgot which way it didn't change over the years, but yeah, he is fucking stupidly powerful.
Yeah.
He's basically the embodiment of overwhelming firepower. That's the entire thing.
And even still, the Monarch can Dr. Manhattan him. Which sort of just sets the grimdark situation of like, there's no beating the Monarch.
No, there's not.
Fate is set
Which is
in
kind
stone.
of funny
You're
as
fucked.
well. The funniest thing
said-
is too that he didn't even fucking fight a Monarch.
Yeah, he never had a real chance at it. He fought Colossus and technically
Colossus,
won.
yes. But the funniest thing here is that Reaper was kidnapped, in a manner of speaking.
Yeah, he ended up in hell.
How the fuck did he get there again? I forgot.
One of the rulers of hell was like, I think that at the time he was Hitler or something, or like one of the biggest warlords of the universe. It was like, I want the strongest weapon in the universe here, now! And they summoned it and it crushed him.
Yeah, so Reaper became Cerberus. He killed everything that left hell.
Yeah, he kept the demons in hell for several thousand years. Honestly, probably the only thing that could challenge him would have been Hades. And Hades, the problem is that Hades was on his side. He wanted the demons to stay in hell. So they were fucked anyway.
Reaper's armor is so fucking stupidly strong. It was actually Thor's inside a fucking black hole.
Yep. They condensed the alloy inside of a black hole.
And then he actually has nanites to repair himself and create more shells.
An artificial black hole. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
They made a black hole in a chamber to condense the metal into an alloy.
Which is great. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then it was further enhanced when the nanites had to use the mod materials and shit to repair himself.
Yeah, in hell. Basically, hell forged his armor. And
I would like to point out how stupidly. Oh wait, I would like to point out how stupid his fucking engine was when we first done.
I still love that scene when Swain finally found him and started working on him again. They walk into his engine room, only to find out that this motherfucker is living on 2 pistons out of a 16-piston engine.
Each piston is actually being powered by what's like a fusion reaction. I think we said.
Yeah, he had a cold fusion engine. A 16-cylinder cold fusion engine, the size of a fucking building.
That's how stupid Fucking
And
Warmongers get.
And Swain walked into that room, saw it, and went, "Oh, this is gonna take a couple days to fucking fix." Swain, by factor here, is the smartest human in the universe. And this shit gave him trouble.
I'm pretty sure he was like at all at first. Like, how the fuck are you still moving? Or functioning at all?
It's like, you
Actually,
might
now that I
have...
think about it, it wasn't thousand. It was like 1.2 million years, if I remember correctly.
He's been around that long, yeah. He only spent a couple thousand years in hell.
No, I think shortly after he's built, after a few planets he destroyed, he was sent to hell, and then.
Well, that probably would mean he's closer to like 15,000 years old.
Fuck, I don't know. Either way,
time's weird. It doesn't matter really in the end of everything. Someone will make a time scaling of it all and then tell me about it, and I'll fix it.
This guy's been thousands of years running on like fucking 20% power.
My favorite fact is that James uses him as like an ultimate cannon.
Yeah.
He's not the strongest thing James has a hold of, but he's one of. Which just put further emphasis on what the hand of God is. That is the strongest thing physically made by the powers of the divine as a physical weapon. It is something that even the warmongers would nod their heads at.
Respect.
It's a big fuck-off satellite that uses centrifugal force and wormholes to hit a planet so hard it breaks the fucking core of the planet.
For the context for y'all, basically the Hand of God is basically the same idea as the one they used in real life, or the idea
Odin,
at least.
The Odin satellite system.
Yeah, but instead of using actual terminal velocity, this thing would fall, go through a portal. Go through the portal, back and forth, go back.
Until it hit terminal velocity. Then it would get a rocket to shoot it faster.
Yeah.
And then it would hit the fucking thrust of the planet, causing a magnitude 11 earthquake.
This thing was so powerful, like, it could penetrate. It's basically a planet buster.
Yep. If they really needed it to. Which, completely side fact, this is something I'm going to have to explain in a total later lore video, because I'm just going to TLDR this real quick. Ocula Hender, a primordial evil of toxicity in the universe, when at his absolute strongest, James dropped a hand of God, a finger of God, on him. No terminal velocity. And it vaporized him.
Damn.
It vaporized him and an entire county.
Have we ever actually had like Reaper's full mind? Like instead of just using him to shoot through a portal, him actually rolling onto a planet?
No, but we could definitely come up with a scene at some point when it's necessary. Right now, it's not necessary.
Yeah, this like imagine the cost it would take to move his big ass from one place to another. For context, think what's the largest football stadium in the world?
I wouldn't fucking know off the top of my head.
Think of that, maybe even a little bit bigger. That's how big
the West
Reaper
Khalifa,
is.
whatever it's called, the biggest tower in the world, cost about, I think it was $8.5 billion to build.
Well, that's a building. No, think of like a football stadium. It's fucking massive.
Yeah.
Like in the width and shit.
You would need a portal that big to move him.
When this fucker rolls around, it shakes entire continents. That's what I'm trying to fucking say.
Yeah, it fucks up the titanic plates on the planet. Which is exactly why James doesn't fucking make him go through the portal. He just opens a portal and says, fire!
Not only that, I will say though, some of John's own designs are actually based on Reaper's systems. Because Reaper can actually process information faster than Rex can.
The only person in the entire universe that's faster than both is Hive.
Mm-hmm.
Which I want to take to believe, like, going all the way back to when we were talking about Rex, that's who I think should fight him.
You think Rex should fight Hive?
I think Rex should fight Hive.
That would be interesting, to say the least.
Either he fights Hive or he fights, like, someone else. I don't really know who else would be, like... Sure, we don't really have any characters that are similar to the character I was using at the time, besides, like, a logic of, someone shows up, fights him, and then offers him a job as a guardian.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
I just don't know who it would be.
Swain?
That would be really funny.
Like, let's be honest. Who else do you know has tech like that?
Swain
like that.
fighting him would be really fucking funny. Because Swain's not a usual combatant. But when he has to fight, you might as well be fighting fucking MacGyver on crack.
Which would be fitting to actually have that words.
That would throw Rex
would
off even
take-
harder, because it's like, Swain's not a very imposing man.
I mean, to be fair, neither was the alien he fought.
That's arguable. That
The
alien was
technology
bigger
is
than
not-
him.
Was it?
Yeah. You had it
Hmm.
stated that Rex was about 6'2", 6'4". That character back then was like 7 feet tall.
Oh. I remember that, actually.
But no, even still, rewriting that scene is that it would have to be a totally different situation where Rex shows up to deal with a target, and he successfully kills him. He gets through the area, and then he turns around and there's just a guy there. He just turns around and there's just a dude standing there with his arms crossed. And nothing Rex has can scan him.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually, yeah.
Because it would be like, Rex is like base level 2077 technology, maybe higher a little bit. Swain is like using technology that no one has ever fucking heard of.
True. Well, I will say Rex would stand somewhat of a chance, because, like, with the alien, Rex never seen his technology before.
Yeah, he still
Those
has high
levels up.
reaction time and mentality of what to deal with, because it's still a human. It's just the
Well, sort of,
mentality of Swain is using fucking magic and shit infused into technology.
Good point, good point.
That, and I have this visual in my head. There's a series on YouTube called Mr. Freeman. Not Half-Life. He's just called that for some reason. He basically talks propaganda of like, rise up, your government is bullshit. There's an episode, I think it's the second one, where he's talking to himself, and he does a bunch of fuck shit. Like, he changes forms a lot. That is how I like to believe Swain exists. Like, he has nanobots and holograms and stuff that are so good that they can basically, like, mimic real stuff. Like, his holograms work on hard light. So he can basically mimic magic using holograms and nanobots.
Actually, then he would stand good chance against Swain, then, because if you remember, the alien was using Hardlight.
Yeah. So it would go basically the same way, but in that terminology of, like, fighting against a guy who's basically using fucking God against him. But Swain's not a
Good point.
fighter. He's just a tactician. He's just smart.
You remember
So
that?
yeah,
What was that fucking? Someone using. What was it? What's that fucking thing called where you like use the dots?
dots.
Not dots, like the fucking little. You press down like a button. You press like multiple times. Morse code.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyways,
yeah, you know. Because Swain would have technology better than this world because he made this world. He's the
True.
reason the world is how it was. No, fuck, that would be even cooler. Oh my god. Rex has like a sequence in his head of like, you know, every notable face and shit. Swain's the equivalent of Steve Jobs of his world. That means
all right.
Rex seeing his face would run up a fucking scan and be like, wait, you're dead. You died 50 years ago.
I mean, you could say that the alien was like android of Swain's.
That's also possible, I suppose. Oh, well, Swain does have a couple of robots and stuff. There's a robot I've never gotten to physically use, which was basically like a passing thought of idea back in high school, but it's a concept of reality, which is a robot named Tin, who uses nanobots to form his body. He works kind of like Hive, but he's not a liquid metal, he's nanobots. And he's just one of the many things that Swain has at his disposal, like Marcus, like Project Y, and then you have Tin and EO. If you remember EO, the killing box.
Yeah.
So he's got a bunch of these random things. So he just sends fucking Tin. I think it was like technology enhanced nanomachines.
That works, yeah.
Something along those lines. And it's basically an unkillable robot because unless you completely fucking vaporize him, he can just rebuild himself. So he's working as a hard light robot with nanotechnology. And Tin's entire protocol here was to test Rex to see if he's actually worth his fuck, then recruit him.
Which Rex proved he was, because he damn near won.
Yeah. And then he accepted it, and that adds a fucking fifth person to Swain's payroll.
Okay, actually, I gotta wonder though. If we're going on this logic, was Swain be surprised that Rex almost actually won?
No. He wouldn't be surprised, but he'd be happy about it.
Fair enough.
Swain's the same guy who's able to dissect the fucking Archangel, remember? Not an Archangel, it's Seraphim. Not a lot surprises him.
Fair enough. Actually, one thing we were talking about Hive a second ago. Hive is you still talking about Hive?
I believe I've kind of told him about Hive. A little bit
Hive
here and there.
Yeah,
we talked about Hive. I talked about it with Bean in one of the other streams. About a scene that was really fucking funny. It's the concept of what would happen if Hive was dropped on a planet of regular fuck humans.
Oh, Lord.
And he had to go get a shard of reality from them that was in like a bank vault.
You'd be walking the park for him.
Yeah, it would not only be a walk in the park, it'd be fucking disturbing. It was a situation of like a local gang, like the Bloods, had a shard of reality. Very basic one. It just causes immortality to the holder. That's it. But they were trying to keep it from him. And Hive which we have the data now, thanks to Rob, is he has 450 pounds of liquid metal to work with at any given time. That means he is roughly the size of Ultron, who is a 8-foot-tall robot.
Oh shit! Okay.
This also means I had this scene at one point. So, like, the Bloods were going into a bank to check on the relic. For whatever reason, I don't have the context there because this is a basically what-if scenario. They're there in the bank, going to get their relic to check that it's still there and, you know, all that thing. And, like, maybe rejuvenate one of their top guys or whatever. There's a dude at the door of the bank. 6'5", linebacker-looking motherfucker. Wreck shithouse. 300 pounds. Hive walks in, puts his hand on the top of the doorway, leans under it, palms this fucker's forehead, the whole head like it's a basketball, and picks him up. Like he's a teddy bear. Looks around the bank, and then football chucks him across the room.
Sweet Jesus.
This is the equivalent of taking Shaq by the forehead and lifting him like he's nothing. Hive is that scary. Then it follows up with, and me and Bean came up with this idea that's very funny here. Depending on whose POV you're dealing with, if it's from the gangsters, it's a horror. If it's from Hive, it's a comedy action movie.
Jesus.
Because you're basically being chased by something worse than the Terminator. But at one point, Hive is fighting some guys in the street, and 3 motherfuckers get their hands on a bank truck, one of those armored trucks, and drives into him going 110 miles an hour. Hive, seeing them coming, puts his feet out, gets into a sumo stance, grabs it by the roof and the bumper, and flips it upwards above him. Holds it there above him to look up at the 3 fuckers in the driver's seat, and then spikes it into the ground.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if you know the weight of a fucking bank truck, but it's like 20 tons. And
I
Hive's
wouldn't
able
go that
to...
far.
I don't think it's 20, but it's a lot of tons. And Hive's able to lift that shit above his head and curl it like this. That's not even adding to the fact of his guns and shit.
Oh, yes. Oh, look. So, Hive is an amalgamation of different minds. One of said minds being a different version of John. Have you told him about John yet?
Yes.
John's one of my characters.
I've loosely
John
told
did.
them about John.
Okay. Shall I go more in detail then, or no?
I did in my last lore talk try to talk about John and his encounter with the Enigma and non-existence.
Oh, okay. So
That's on stream. That's on Twitch. You got to go look that up. That's only going to be there for another week. But John is basically the tactician of the Guardians. He is one of the smartest soldiers in the Guardians.
John is a tactician. He's also called the Thorn because he is such a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah.
He's always improving his stuff. His equipment, his men. He actually has his own moon. In fact, isn't his own moon and facility he has that he constantly is upgrading his equipment and his men.
Yep. And
He's also known.
Hive has an evil version of him, known as 98.
Is actually arguably smarter than actual John is.
Yep. Because he doesn't have to deal with morality. Which is arguably the only thing holding John back.
Yes.
You know, utilitarian mindset. That's the only thing stopping him from being a true genius.
John has gotten in trouble quite a few times.
Yep.
I do wonder why he's even around still, honestly.
Because his progress and his technology is worth the risk.
Like one time, let's see, what's one of the craziest things he's done? Besides
He
the whole
ended up in
cube
fucking
incident.
non-existence.
Ah, yes.
That's probably at the top. He ended up... I'm going to explain this again because this is actually going on YouTube. Henry, at one point, you know who Henry is if you go and check the other lore videos. Henry is the guy who replaced God. He, at one point when he was starting to remake Heaven, decided, I need a wife. He tried to make a wife in non-existence. He went to white space. He tried to make a being from scratch. It didn't fucking work. He made a woman out of antiparticles. She physically cannot enter the universe or she and everyone else will die.
Yeah.
So he left her there and started using her as a garbage disposal.
Kind of fucked up, if we're being honest. Kind of fucked up.
He at least went to visit her every now and then, so, you know.
Was it before or after she lost her goddamn mind?
A bit of both.
Anyways, so John is kind of forbidden from getting certain materials, one of which being an alloy that only Henry can make.
Less titanium.
And what John did was he took very small amounts over years.
Until he had an
A
entire
giant
metric cube of it. 1
And he started doing experiments with
meter-sized cube, a Minecraft block, if you will, of blessed titanium.
and he started making experiments. One of the experiments sent him and 2 other guys, that ended up fucking dead unfortunately, to non-existence.
Yep. I don't have the full logic of what he hit it with, but basically, I like to think that he hit it with, like, the core of a sun. Or, like, the equivalent. Just to see what it would do.
Yeah.
Like, he hit it with that much energy. Like, he basically hit it with a nuclear bomb, just to see what would happen. And it ended up teleporting him, everyone in the room, and the entire fucking station he was inside of into non-existence.
Thank God he was in a different station than he was. He was on his moon, thank God.
Yeah, they were just in a random black site.
He's smart enough for that thing, thankfully. Anyways.
Although, it would be funny if he
Yeah.
was on his moon, because then it just takes a big-ass chunk out of it.
That would be funny, yeah.
Like, it was just a big energy blast, and then there's just a big fuck-off hole in his base
I can see Jeff-
that they had to, like,
I can see
repair
both-
over.
I can see Jefferson like, wait, what? What the? Why is there a hole? What do you do this? What do you fucking do this time? God damn it! Damn it, John!
Like, what the fuck? Like, he saw it, like, Jefferson sitting there on his, like, a beach chair, like, looking up at the sky, and then suddenly the moon just has a big energy ball, and that goes away, and it's like, fuck! I'm gonna have a call about this. Reaches over, grabs another fucking, like, flask of whiskey. Like, god damn it! But, yeah.
Oh,
John fucked up there. He ended up in non-existence, which he shouldn't have done in the first place. And he's lucky he didn't get fucking eaten, although all his men did.
he also
What
let
he-
her out.
Yeah, that's his big fuck up. He unrestricted her. She already had light control of her little pocket dimension. He took the shackle off. The thing that Henry put on her to stop her from fucking doing things that would get her out of non-existence. And he took the shackle off.
It took what? Both Henry and James, I think.
Well, she let Henry put that on her.
Well, it basically took both Henry and James coming in there to get him out.
Yes, yeah. And even then, it wasn't even like that. Like, she let them leave. Henry had to sacrifice himself for them to leave.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I do wonder what Henry said to him afterwards after that was all done. Like, if you pull this shit again, I will erase you. You won't come back.
It's like afterwards of like coming back, he's back in the thing. I forgot the time scale we used, but it was like at the end of all of the bullshit, all of the psychological horror that they went through, Henry is standing there in front of her. John and James are behind him a little bit, and suddenly she stabs him. To make sure that he doesn't go anywhere, he now has to stay here and heal. And John was about to shoot her.
Oh, you don't about to kill her. Like, I remember correctly.
And James stopped her. It was like, no, I know what she's doing. Henry will figure it out. Don't worry. We gotta go.
I remember now. He had a fucking grenade. He whipped out the fucking house grenade over at her.
Yeah. Not like it was gonna do shit, because like nothing else worked at this point.
I think she was vulnerable at the time because Henry was right there trying to keep her somewhat in check.
Yeah. Even still then, it would have just pissed her off because it's like, how do you fight a living dimension?
Fair. Very fair.
But it's like, they left and Henry was gone for a month. In time dilation here, that pocket dimension is a 1 to 12 hour dilation.
Jesus.
So for every day in real life, he's in there, or the opposite. One day is a month, or fucking the other thing. A day in real life is like a month in there. So he was in there for like a year with her. Whatever the time, the mathematics there are.
Yeah.
So he comes back, and I'd only imagine that, like, it's been so long, it's been a year. John basically fucking forgot, or he's like busy doing other shit. And he's just standing there in his like, his
moon facility.
His moon base. He's like watching the construction of like fixing the fucking hole. Of like trying to figure out what to do with this now. When he's at this giant fuck off hole. I was like, maybe I should turn it into a pool. Or something. It's like a solid fucking, mile down into the moon. Like, maybe I could turn it into an ocean. Start testing on like sea life. He's just standing there like drinking his coffee, and then suddenly he feels a hand on his shoulder.
Hmm?
And like at the second, it's like, he's drinking it. It's like someone grabs his shoulder, and it's like, at first, a lot of people do that, I'm sure. Of like, grabs like, hey, boss. But he feels that hand on his shoulder, and it's like, someone else needs me. And then it gets tighter. And then his soul starts to hurt. His physical soul starts to hurt. I was like, and he starts sweating. Like,
oh, fuck.
How was your trip in... Wait, we're going to my fucking office. Okay? And then suddenly just warp gate, and the coffee just hits the ground. Didn't take the coffee with him. Just takes John. And they show up at his office. John literally falls a foot into the chair. Henry spawns in, sits in his chair, crosses his arms. I'm like, you're not getting anything else from this point forward.
Let's see, was this before or after he actually made the Godsend soldiers?
Probably after. He probably made them first.
Oh yeah, I remember. He had made them. That's when Henry restricted him from no longer getting very large quantities.
You're only allowed this much every cycle. And he just kept collecting it, and then this boy's like, you're not getting anything anymore. You're getting credits. That's it.
You pull Spongus again, you're gone. You're fucking gone.
It's like, I see you pull any of this fuck shit again, I'm putting you in a shuttle, I'm welding it closed, and I'm sending you into deep space. Not even non-existent. Your ass is going into deep space.
Now I think about, let's see, what else? What other shit has he pulled? There's a shit he pulled the Archiver.
Yeah, he's pissed off the Archiver a few times.
A few times, or even more than that?
Enough times.
Let me put it this way. John has fucked with reality on a handful of times.
Yeah, I do remember the one scene where he forced Henry to throw him back in time in the hopes of getting rid of a champion, only to make the champion worse.
Well, it wasn't Henry. I think it's Archiver, I think.
No, that's something else. Henry has the ability to open wormholes back in time.
Oh, yeah. It was,
So he hit John back in time to try and stop Duchess, who I've not explained yet. Duchess is one of the champions, don't worry about it. To
the
stop
Duchess,
her...
the fairy girl, as
Yeah,
well.
that was another
Give her
thing.
daughter back.
He tried to fix several of the champions in the pray that it would get rid of them. It didn't. It made things worse.
Oh, my lord.
He quickly
He has
realized
done
after
so much.
several tries that he is actually living in the best timeline.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
What's depressing is that he learned it the hard, like, it took him several tries. Ichiko, the Kitsune, the only entity in the entire universe that actually has time manipulation to a full scale, learned it faster. Because she kept trying to bring her husband back from the dead. And the Archiver had to keep showing up and going, no. No.
There's also the time he actually got some Malumaritic embedded into his head and completely negated the Archiver for a while, which pissed him off entirely.
Yeah.
Had the heart-to-heart with Henry, saying, if you win this, which I know you will, don't let me off the leash.
Yep, he got a bolt plugged into his head. He learned everything very quickly. He realized, oh, I'm the problem.
Like, if I am taken off my leash, I will do some heinous shit in the name of what I'm trying to fix things.
What's fucked up is we can have that moment twice. He learned it once then, through Malluminor Tech, and a second time when he had a talk with himself.
The cleft version.
No, when he met 98.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah.
When he got a hard look at 98, and 98 actually looked him dead in the eyes. This is a horrifying scene in visual in my mind. But something happens, and John has to fight Hive. Fuck knows how, they just happen to fight. They have to be there at the same time. And Hive will not kill himself. 98 will do everything in his power to not kill himself. That includes regular John. This is the one time troopers and other things have witnessed Hive stop fighting. He's willing to communicate and be passive, is when John showed up. The problem is, John didn't walk away from that without therapy. Because Hive looked at him, started explaining shit to him in his voice, and John was like, you're fucking with me. And he's like, no. And slowly the face of Hive morphed into John's face. Like, I am you, you are me. Situations burden us to be the same. All it takes is one bad day, and you could have been sitting where I am. That's all it took.
Oh, yeah.
I went through the numbers of the situation. 98, the only thing that turned John into 98 was Marcus dying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it. John went through his mother dying, medicizing his brother. No, it wasn't Marcus dying, because it's like John's world, Marcus died. Marcus lived in 98's universe.
Hmm.
It's in reverse. So it wasn't it was his mother dying. That was it. Their mother died.
I'm trying to think.
Probably some
what?
other shit, but that's a big thing.
Some other stuff, yeah.
Fuck.
Because Marcus died early on in John's world, which caused
Fuck.
John to
Hold on.
become.
Okay, we're good. There's a bot.
Which caused John to become a fucking basically the badass he is in his own world.
Yeah, he survived through an apocalypse.
Which I will say though, he has done some heinous shit.
Really not the worst shit in the universe, though.
I mean, like, I remember it was Santiago. He actually said, like, we both agreed that, like, oh yeah, when they're done with you, I've heard them talking. They go and bury you in a deeper hole than I am in.
Yeah. I mean, Santiago was willing to stand up and go, I know what I did. I will repent for my sins. John was like, I'm going to take what I learned and I'm going to make it worse. But for the grace of good.
Yeah, he was a very good tool.
Yeah. But 98 had the problem of he believed Marcus died. That was it. He believed Marcus died because Marcus was transported to a different solar system. Because the alien showed up. So his mother died, Marcus vanished, he then realized the government was horseshit and decided, fuck it, the human race doesn't deserve to be alive, all of you are being buried.
And he didn't proceed to do that. He killed every other human besides himself on his planet.
Which is the one big-ass problem I know you have with that character. John would not pull a trigger on a child. 98 would punt the fucker.
You're not wrong there, yeah. He's probably the most evil character I have.
I made it damn sure in Hive's mind. 98 is the evilest fucker out of the three in his head. 98 finds joy in torturing human beings.
Mm-hmm.
He makes dad jokes out of it.
Jesus Christ, that's how fucked up he is.
He doesn't see life as a purpose. He sees it as a number. Or as a problem, a plague. So he takes joy in killing them. While the other two have different logics to it.
I like that, but he's also the most dangerous. He's the closest one to Swain who comes actually creating weapons and shit.
I fucking love that scene so goddamn much. Dude, I love that fucking scene so much. There's no amount of love in my heart to explain to you how well that fucking scene was written. When 98 fought Swain, it's so good. Like
hold on. Not Hive, mind you. 98. The other personalities were completely destroyed.
Yeah.
It was just 98.
Hive, in the end cutscenes of the goddamn story, Hive has to fight through 14 Guardians, a Commander, and 2 S-tiers, including God knows what else, in an entire HQ building. He ends up at a point where he is fighting the wife of Swain, a young lady named Anna, who manages to plug a fucking device into the side of his head and erase everyone else from his memory. She basically puts a fucking malware virus into him. And 98 only survives out of spite.
And then Hive's entire body changes into a completely combat-focused, which makes him hardly more dangerous.
Like how we explained it is the Borderlands a pre-sequel. How the Claptastic Voyage ends. Where Claptrap hits the ground and it zooms into his eye into this darkness and that evil Claptrap is sitting there and it's like, where are we? We can't die like this. Wake up! And he wakes Claptrap up.
Oh, yeah.
That's 98. 98 sat there, saw the malware, deflected it, and it's like, I'm not dying like that, you whore! And woke himself back up.
Then he proceeds to kill everyone all the way up.
She was the last one he killed.
Think it's Swain, I believe.
Yeah, he breaks the door down, and Swain is standing there, fuming. Like, he walks into the room. It's Swain, Gazer, and Wishbone, who are like 2 androids that are on his payroll. And he doesn't even fucking notice them. He doesn't even give a fuck about them. It's just Swain.
Mm-hmm.
Because 98 is smart enough to know Swain is the reason he exists. He's done the deduction of it all. He knows Swain is the reason that he's alive. That's a good insult somewhere in the middle there, too. It's like, am I not your biggest mistake?
Good point, yeah.
I mean, Swain sees it that way. But it's like, he slowly starts walking up to Swain. Swain is standing in front of his main terminal, which is linked to the core of the planet, the literal source of energy of the Central Realm, which is a literal crystal made of cosmic energy. He unplugs his, like, central processor. You know, like in Cyberpunk 2077, they have that thing in the side of their head. He takes a cord from his computer, looks at 78 or 98, and is like, by the grace of God, by any matter of technology and science, by the deepest pits of my soul, I'm going to fucking bury you like I should have done years ago. And jams the fucking thing into his temple. He plugs himself in to the power grid of heaven. He ascends to godhood to fight 98.
I'm not sure that's either just how much of a threat 98 was, or just how much he wanted to bury him.
I feel like that's an immediate, like, look, you did it with Rex in that concept, like, through the eyes of a robot when he's scanning something. At the first start seeing Swain just standing there at the computer, it's like, he's dangerous. 80%. 80% failure risk.
Then he goes to straight error.
Then he stabs it, and it just goes up to 100, past 100, and then it just starts giving errors. And all he can do is like, finally, I get to die with a smile on my face.
Oh, I remember now. This is literally what 98 says. Finally. Someone worth my time.
Mm-hmm. Which then gives the weapons that Swain uses. First, he takes out a railgun, and he shoots him with it a couple of times. And then finally, 98 gets his hands on it. I don't know why I keep saying 78. I don't know what that... 98 gets his hands on the railgun, snaps it in half so he can't use it anymore, but then looks at it. And 98 is the technology in Hive that lets him update technology when he gets his hands on it. He always... Yeah, he looks at that railgun, it's like, there's no improvements to this. It's perfect. I can't think of anything. Like, brilliant. What else do you have? Then, Swain gets into the fucking cupboard and pulls out a gun that's like a fucking amalgamate-looking thing. It's basically just like a fucking ovoid. He takes up a fucking shard of reality, or like a chunk of crystal or whatever from fucking Conquest, the Angel of Conquest, and jams it into it. And then starts shooting him with that. Which is a gun that literally evaporates the soul. So 98 gets hit with it, and he's just like, critical damage, literally cannot repair it. It's cut off my soul. I can't repair that. Do not get hit. Then he gets his hands on that gun, looks at it, and it's just errors.
It literally says, "This should not exist. This should not exist."
It's like, this is literally heresy. What the fuck am I looking at? It's just a blur. And then they finally kill him, which is the coolest part that I like to have, which is Henry literally yanks. I don't remember how he gets one of these, but he has a shard of reality. That's why Hive's there, is to get that shard. He's there to turn off the power grid and get the shard of reality that Swain has. Swain picks up the shard of reality and is clutching it hard enough to see his veins glowing.
Oh shit!
And he starts fighting him with it like it's a pocket knife.
I think at the end when he's finally put down, his last few words were like, asking Swain, "What do you think of my designs?"
It's like, you were the best thing I've ever made, and the biggest mistake I've ever produced.
If I remember correctly, the reason why they sought 98 out was he's the only one who actually could get Hive actually functional.
He was one of, yes. They needed the 3 strongest minds in the universe. So there's him, the historian, and a Carillion scientist.
Actually, now I think about it, did Twin get that idea from a weapon that destroys souls from John?
Yes.
Or the coincidence?
Probably a bit of both.
So for context, John...
I mean, Conquest just has that ability to do that. They bear witness to that when he vaporized Pestilence.
True. But then again, John made two different versions of it, if you can be technical.
Yeah.
One just using very, very strong hellfire to burn away souls.
That scene still makes me cry.
The other scene, when he took pieces of Conquest to make weapons to destroy souls.
Also, when he killed Alden.
Oh, yeah.
That scene was also really good. That shit makes me cry. Why do we make so many scenes that make me cry? I am a grown-ass man. I am nearly 30. This story makes me cry. That scene is so fucking good, though. When they fight, John manages to rip the pearl out of his fucking head. In context, the Horsemen of the Apocalypse in this universe have a pearl. If you have the pearl in your body, you gain the powers of the Horsemen. Alton is a demigod who was given the powers of famine. Yeah.
Famine, yeah.
And John ripped it out of his head to let him return to normal, and then they had a talk heart to heart while I want to have that as a fact. The grenade that he has that dissolves souls and body entirely takes a couple seconds to chamber. That's why he had to talk to Alton. There's like several, I don't know what the fuck, it's like a warhead. Like he put a safeguard on it to where it's like, you gotta chamber it and then slowly pull it open to like chamber the fucking explosive. So he's like readying it while he's talking to Alton.
Well, so Alton by himself is powerhouse. He was embedded with the soul. Was it famine or pestilence? Because sickness. Pestilence.
There's famine and pestilence. Pestilence used to be a man named Polycus who fought Steel, the Archangel.
Well, true, but like what pearl was
and he was put into Josiah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was famine.
So that Steel got his second run back with the fucker. So yes, Alton got famine.
Anyways, said pearl or right by itself stupidly powerful, but this pearl was corrupted by the void.
Yep,
supercharging it basically. John had to use his magnum opus of sorts. What John made was a completely cybernetic body of sort that would make him immune to the void. But how it did this was a pretty drastic cost.
It destroyed Soul. It was Hellfire based.
This cybernetic body will completely erase his soul.
That scene also makes me cry. when Jefferson shows up and it's like, you're not doing that.
Like, boss, this thing was built for me.
It's like,
And
I don't care. You're living through this fight. I'm gonna make sure of it.
he for context, this is before the final fight with Jefferson.
This is the end
And
of
the
the
actual
story.
Yeah.
I believe
story
I've
last
sort of
fight.
explained Jefferson's story, but not 100%. It would
So
take
the
a while.
actual Jefferson household is a pretty nice, very nice mansion of sorts. But John has a little secondary bunker he has his most prized stuff in. Which being his magnum opus, the Hellfire, which he calls it.
Yeah.
The armor and exoskeleton, or entire exo body, cybernetic body, he would put himself in. It would completely erase his entirety of his soul, leaving him there for maybe like a couple hours at most.
And then reduce him to nothing but a brain.
Yeah. And then he would go. Jefferson walks in on him, getting ready to actually go to the operation, putting himself inside the suit or the body.
Yeah.
Jefferson stopped him.
Trying to remember the exact situation.
Or like John was basically fucking shirtless, but to like mark himself with a marker just so he can actually get the surgical mark ready.
God, where have I seen that before though? There's a lot of TV shows that do that shit of like Futurama, where it's like drawing the dots on the body, where he's about to like commit like physical surgery to himself. Jefferson walks in.
First of all, John was confused. How the fuck do you know about this place?
It's like, I know about everything. Everything. I was like, you're not doing that.
Unfortunately, this body wouldn't work for Jefferson. It was completely tailor-made to John. But
mostly.
John did have prototype arms he gave to Jefferson.
That requires context as well. At a later point, or an earlier point in the story, Jefferson, John, Reiner, and Gale, who were all the uncles of the Kilmer family, a bunch of really cool, badass motherfuckers, went after the emissary to try and kill him. They failed.
Pretty close, too.
They got really close, but they failed because he's a slippery fucker and he will get out of any situation you put him in. It's like the Houdini of fights. But Jefferson physically abused his own parasite to try and kill the emissary. Jefferson has a parasite known as the HO399, which is a mix of Wesker's parasite, the Ouroboros, and I forgot what the game's called. It was like Alex Mercer.
Oh, fuck. I know you're talking about, but I don't know.
I can never remember the name of that fucking game. But Alex Mercer's parasite, it's a mix of those two. So this parasite lets him create things, organic weapons, and regenerate himself. Jefferson broke both of his arms, punching the emissary in the face. He was punching the emissary so hard, like he took the emissary to the ground, tackled him, and started beating on him so fucking hard he was breaking his own bones. And when the emissary got up and stopped him, and Jefferson had nothing but stumps here, he made the parasite grow his arms back, and before they were fully healed, punched the emissary again. He kept breaking his arms while the parasite was trying to fucking fix him.
He made the parasite basically fear him.
Yeah, he abused the parasite for hours trying to kill the emissary. And then finally the emissary was like, he got a sneaky fucking blink in and ripped the alpha parasite out of his chest. Where the fuck am I?
I will also like to point out, this is after the emissary got hit with John's gun.
Yeah, that
For a little
too.
bit of context here.
He had a
John
moon
has a
cannon.
gun on his moon. A moon cannon. The recoil alone will shift the fucking moon's orbit.
Yeah, rotates it by like 3 hours.
Not just rotates, moves the entire thing like a few inches.
Well, a bit of both, technically. Like the moon moves backwards a couple of, like half an AU, and also rotates.
That alone is still fucking insane, just the amount of recoil.
Yeah, which is stupid because that means that John has also probably put rockets on that moon to put it back in place.
Yes, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, this is how fucking crazy John gets. He built this gun for the sole purpose, this one particular shell, to kill the fucking emissary. Or
And
to break his shield.
Didn't, yeah, just to break his shield. The fucking, if Rob was here, he'd explain it. The emissary has the ability to link a shield to the equivalent power of a sun. And John made a fucking gun strong enough to break it. So basically, he made a gun strong enough to cause a sun to supernova. If he hit it directly, which he did.
Unfortunately, though, he only had one of that particular shell. Only
Yeah,
one.
because it was really fucking expensive. Basically had to, like, somehow solidify a black hole into a fucking warhead. Or a sun. He had to basically freeze a sun into a warhead.
And if he tried again, the fucking gun will explode. So he
Probably,
was told
yeah.
not to do that again.
Yeah, his soldiers had to tell him afterwards of like, sir, the chamber blew up.
What?
It blew up when we fired the gun.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay,
Yeah.
fix it. But
I don't know
we'll
if-
hold it for a rainy day. Which he did use for a rainy day.
Yeah, he did.
'Cause
They did fire
He
other
uses-
things out of it.
Actually, he only used his gun twice. The first time to try to break the emissary's shield. Second time just to piss Monarch off.
Yeah, he shot the Monarch in the back of the head.
Which didn't do fuck all.
Yeah, it just upset him. He just turned around, looked at the moon, and went.
Stop it.
They just swatted it like a fly.
Although I want to cut just short unfortunately. My controller will be dying here soon.
All right, we can move on to the GIF.
I think, let's see. How long were you alive for? Like 2 hours now?
2.5.
2.5 hours? You want to go on call for now then?
I mean, we could keep going if you're willing to keep going.
No, I guess shit I gotta do tomorrow, so let's call
Fuck.
for now, I'm afraid.
I got nothing to do tomorrow. Besides
It was
recover,
a
I
good talk,
suppose.
though. It was
I
a good
still
talk,
have
though.
one. There was literally one motherfucking thing I wanted to talk about when we got here. So let's try and get to like 2.5 hours directly. Because I want this fucking scene. I want this idea. I want your thought on it.
Alright, let's go to see this real quick.
Aurelia, the newest
Right.
champion, the carnivorous elf.
Mm-hmm.
When she becomes a champion, she eventually starts eating dwarves.
Okay.
Because she's used to it, because they're really good at making leather. They're chunky, fat
That would
bastards
piss
with tough
Brimstone
leather.
off.
Yeah.
Oh, piss Brimstone off.
He then learns this fact of her through someone, probably Drago. That would be fucking funny as shit. Is he asked Drago about it, and Drago actually tells him.
I guess it's actually even disturbing fucking Drago. Like, you make leather out of them? What the fuck?
I mean, Drago wouldn't even hold information. He'd tell him because it's just like, you can't do shit about it. I know you can't. Or that would piss him off more. That would piss Brimstone off even more. Is the knowledge of Drago telling him there's nothing you can do about it. There's things you can fight. She's a little different. You're not going to like the thing that this turns into. Basically like setting a prophecy in tow of what's going to happen. And he's like, I don't give a shit. And he goes to deal with her.
Okay, please tell me that when she hears the King Dwarf is coming for her, she's thinking of your typical King Dwarf. Please tell me that. Please tell me she has no idea who is coming for her.
No, yeah, I can kind of see it. I haven't fully developed the character, so I don't know how, Columbo she is with information. But I can kind of see this mentality of, when she became a champion, she's kind of just, hunting whatever she finds. Because she's still in the same mindset of, looking for food and such. But now it's more for pleasure than survival.
Yeah, just imagine that she's hunting, but then just to hear the fucking earth-shaking thud behind her. As Brimstone just lands behind her, wings outstretched out.
She's hunting something. Maybe that's not dwarves at that moment, but it's she's hunting something.
I mean, let's face it, she hunts dwarves.
Yeah, she hunts everyone. But she likes hunting dwarves for leather, but there's other things she'll hunt for taste.
True.
There's a lot of fucking entities in the Central Realm. So, whatever, she's on a hunt for something. And then Brimstone shows up.
There's the fucking ground.
Drago literally sells her out. He goes to his church, to his chapel, and asks him, what's with the new champion? And he lays it out completely in front of him. All of her bullshit. Mostly. Just her personality and stuff of who she is. Why is she doing this? All of that shit. Where she's from.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't give anything else. Because in the end of the day, they are still enemies, and Drago does kind of want to see Brimstone struggle. Because when he struggles, he gets stronger.
True, very true. Which helps him in the end because he wasn't verified.
Yeah. So he shows up thinking that this situation is going to be kind of like him fighting Camilla, which I'm going to take into canon happened before this.
Fair.
Just because of, which gives us another situation of Drago has fought multiple enemies that are outside of his knowledge of how he fights. This is being one of them. Still love the saying there. Richter attacked him like a pack of fucking rabid dogs strapped with explosives. Or rabies-infused dogs strapped with claymores. But yeah. He gets there. Shows up to her. And he wants to believe that she can be reasoned with. Because killing her is not going to get him fucking anywhere.
I'm not so sure. At this point, he's heard what she's done, and dwarves. He's Brimstone can be very reachable at times, but when he hears that you hunt,
when you're hunting dragons like Camilla or dwarves like Yarella,
there's no reason with him. He wants to beat he wants to make you flip.
But Drago at least could give him the idea of mentality here of she is doing it for survival because she's used to it. And that would be the prophecy way of him explaining it. It's she's doing it because she's used to it. That's how her mind works. That's how she's been living for the last 50 years. She's used to doing it.
Okay, that's
fair. You going to fight her is going to give her a new target, a new problem. All you're doing is putting a target on your back. Your best goal is to train your soldiers. not fight her directly. But that whole like last sentence is just a blur to him. It's just womp 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 womp. He's like, I'm going to go kill her now. And he like flies off. And he shows up. And it's like, I'm going to talk to her. And if she doesn't listen to reason, I'm going to beat the piss out of her.
Pretty much, yeah.
So he shows up. She's there on a hill somewhere about to like hunt fucking, I don't know, people on Frank's planet. Shows up. She slowly turns around to look up at him. She's a tall being. She's about like 6'5". But, you know, he's like 10 feet tall. He looks up at him.
Yep.
And she doesn't even have fear on her face. Just look at him like, wow. Hi. Which I could imagine throws him off a little bit. It's just like, what? Even Camilla was scared of me.
Well, not really at first. No, she was cocky at first. She was
cocky, then she stopped. But even then, she knew that, like, you know, the thing she was dealing with was a problem. This bitch is literally just like, you're pretty.
Oh, you're a big one.
And it's like, what the fuck?
I basically see Brimstone just basically saying, greetings. I am Brimstone, King of the Dwarves. You and I must have a chat.
Okay, I still need to fully figure out her personality and concept, but my mentality here on how she acts is that he gives her this single sentence on reason with me and I won't kill you. And she slowly gets a fucking, like, a Grinch style grin on her face. And then she starts giggling. And that's a moment where
Brimstone... She's fucking deranged.
And that's when Brimstone realizes, like, oh, that's what Draco was on about. I should kill her before she does something. And then, like, raises his axe to swing. And he swings, and she's gone. She just, like, it's a ball of energy. She's just gone right as she swings. I'm like, what? What? What the and then, middle of that sentence, he feels a large round enter the side of his fucking temple.
She uses guns. She uses guns. Well,
she's a sniper.
It would bounce off his fucking helmet.
Yeah, it would hit the helmet and it'd be like, I don't know, what the fuck? Because it's not just a fucking, it's not a 50 cal, it's like a 20 millimeter cannon blessed with void. So it burns a hole into his helmet. And like, ow! What the fuck? I want to believe that he has the, like, super sight kind of thing. You know, all his stats are maxed, so like, he turns around to, like, see where the bullet came from, looks at her, and she's just, hi. Big ass smile on her face. And it's like, oh God, I just gave her a new target. That's what he was on about.
Well, it's like a moment's like, oh, you're going to be really annoying. I know it.
It's like, shit.
Because let's face it, because this type of moment is like where it's annoying for one, fun for the other. Because her rounds can't penetrate his armor, but he can't get to her close enough because she moves around constantly.
The bullets, if she hits him enough, might. If she shoots him enough times in the same location, might do damage.
It might leave a small dent to score much at most.
Yeah, it dents the armor. Eventually, here's the problem. She's using a semi-automatic rifle. He stands still for more than maybe 7 seconds. He's going to have a hole in his armor.
True.
But it's that logic, like, he's fast enough to not have that happen.
Only things that actually come close to penetrating his armor would be Richter with his blade, because it's voided out fucking mithril.
Same logic.
Brimstone's armor.
She's
Good
using
point.
voided bullets.
True.
So it's gonna put a big ass hole in his armor every single time.
That or a fucking dent, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, it's not swinging it with as much force because Richter is just fucking something else.
There's been a few times where Brimstone would ask for help from others.
Yeah, he would fight her for a couple of, an hour, and then realize, this is stupid. This is genuinely stupid. She's fucking crazy. At some point, she does he grabs her and holds her there. And, he's not even trying to kill her anymore. He's just fucking confused. He's just staring her down. He's like, what the fuck do you want? It's and she just, reaches out. She reaches down and grabs her knife and just stabs him in the arm with it. Big-ass smile on her face, crazed eyes. And it's I want to taste your blood, big man. And it's fucking get away from me.
Okay, I can see that point. Basically, he just fucking snaps her neck, drops her, and walks away. I'm done.
Yeah, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just fuck. Just he just reflexes from holding her like that. He just does one of these maneuvers, and just breaks her spine and neck in one quick motion, and just drops her and steps back. What the fuck? She's yandere for him.
Oh,
and he realizes that when she starts talking to him, when she's holding him. It's I want nothing more than to taste your blood on my lips, to feel you inside of me, to fucking take... Drop.
He just has her by the fucking throat. Just snap. I'm done. I'm walking away. I'm fucking done.
That's something he's not even aware of that people do. It's he's had women love him. He's dealt with that for most of his life. He's had a wife. He's had the nurses that are admire him. This bitch wants to cut his cock off and eat it. And all he can do is kill her, step back, and just I think it's time to cash in that IOU for Kilmer. Fuck. I am keeping it canon to another fact of Jefferson went to Brimstone to help him destroy a slave ring.
Mm-hmm.
I am keeping that in one context or another because that story was really cool. That whole situation was fucking retcon, but that situation is cool. That Jefferson would do that. Hey, want to take down a slave ring? I'm yes. And then they get up and all right, we're going to war. So it's an IOU, and he shows up at Jefferson's mansion. He's just standing there in the park, in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
He just lands in the pool or whatever, out in the balcony. And one of the kids goes to get Jefferson. It's Dad, there's a large man with dragon wings in the pool. Fuck, what does he want? I was what the hell is he doing here? Goes out there and hi, Brimstone.
Kilmer, I need, what do they call it? A favor.
Oh, you're cashing that in. Okay, well, first, get out of my pool. It's the water's boiling if I'm standing in it. First, step out of my pool, and I'll meet you on the roof.
There's no way he's fitting inside the house, yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, Marcus barely fucking does, and he's 8 feet tall. So they're on the roof like chatting. It's like that's like he explains the situation. That's crazy. That's actually horrifying that they have that now. Huh.
Can you deal with this? Because I will admit this is out of my area. Of
Maybe. Maybe. You might want to go talk to Tobo. I don't believe he'll fully be able to help you, as he's struggled with a similar thing. But maybe. I can't believe they have another fucking sociopath. Josiah
yes.
was enough. Now they have a female. Great.
One that brought me here. Cobalt?
Yes, you might want to go have a talk with him again. He deals with a man named Josiah. Very similar in mentality. Slightly.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
And my only mentality I have in my mind that his only way to stop her from doing this is that. Have you seen Dandadan?
I have not, no.
Okay, there's a scene in Dandadan where one guy gets possessed by a yokai, and the main character fights him, and they make a deal, which is, I will fight you once a week. You're not allowed to hurt any humans. You can only fight me once a week. Deals off if you hurt humans. So he basically has to tell her, or somehow like send a messenger some way, probably an automaton, to her, and it's like, I will give you some of my meat, some of my own flesh, and I will fight you 3 times a cycle if you leave my people alone. It's like, that's it. That's your only way of shutting them the fuck up. The only other option I could think of is having, like, Drago, like, burn it into her fucking head to stop. And that might not even work.
I mean, to be fair, even Josiah did eventually learn not to fuck with John after John figured out how to actually fight him correctly.
Yeah. Well, that was mostly Jefferson's son stabbing him to death with a switchblade.
True.
Yeah.
After John learned that, he basically made fucking restless and then beat the fucking piss out of him.
It's like, you just have to make him look bad. That's it. You just gotta make him look bad. Not hard.
For context, have you told him about Josiah?
Not yet. I'm waiting for a lore video to fully go in depth with this character. Josiah's a whole fucking, like, issue to fucking go into.
I kind of want to tell him about a few experiences John had with him.
The issue is that it has to be me and you talking about it, because your character is the biggest ones who dealt with Josiah.
Annoying fucker, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's got to be a different lore video. There is one other thing, which I, not going to talk about, but bring up, which is the werewolf. The other champion.
We can talk more about it later on, but
yeah. I just want to bring up the notion, and I need to bring Cash onto here again to talk about this, because it's such a fucking graphic detail that I want to have it visualized. I just don't know how I would. Is that, because I talked about it. I played Dead by Daylight with Cash. We talked about it in the middle there. The werewolf is a werewolf with a soul attached to her husband. There is about 3 guardians who can see that soul without any outside thing. Frank is one of them. And Frank is so much of an angry motherfucker that he would physically grab her by the neck, grab him by the side of the head and rip them apart forcefully. He would take that hook and jam it into the side of his head and pull him off of her. Like, you know when you put glue on your skin and you peel it off? It'd be like that.
Like, here, you have some little stuck to your head. They may fix that for you. It rips off.
Yeah. It's like having, like, side of your body clean ripped off. I don't know. But there we go. 2 hours, 45 minutes. A good birthday.
That's a good run.
A good day. Time to finally call it in.
Alright.
Alright.
Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye. You can head out. I'm gonna do the outro and all that fun shit.
Alright, Dan.
Wow, that's a bit off. Thank you for being here. Another year closer to middle age. Another day celebrating my exit from the code. To another year, you know? Anyway. Good luck and Godspeed, everyone. Until next time. Not that one. There we go.